Welcome Exiles. Today I'm going to show you what I've been working on over the past couple of weeks, on and off, aside from the fact that we just had a baby, and that's basically taking me out of playing Path of Exile quite a bit. But I have been working on this when we've had some free time here and there when the baby's been sleeping. And this is a tornado build. It's based around aura stacking. Now tornadoes are a skill that you get from Saqawal's flock. It's this helmet. It gives you a level 20 tornado. These tornadoes shoot out of you whenever you gain Avian's Might or Avian's Flight. So we have a buff called Aspect of the Avian, and it rotates between Avian's Flight and Avian's Might. And you'll see it's this counter up here. Every 3 seconds or so, it's shooting out tornadoes. This is a skill that originally was basically a meme. It was a joke, you know, you really wouldn't be able to generate that much tornadoes to do that much damage. But then there's ways to make the tornadoes pop out much more often and also do quite a bit of damage. So there's basically, the idea is you want to reduce the duration of Avian's Might and Avian's Flight. So you get boots like this and gloves like this where they say -2 Avian's Might duration, -2 Avian's Flight duration, meaning you have less amount of time for them to keep rotating buffs. Then on top of that, you can support Avian's aspect of the Avian with things like Awaken Swift Affliction and less duration. So this 60% less duration, if I put this in here, now instead of it being every 3 seconds, it's close to every 1 second, it's 60% less duration. We put on Swift Affliction here, all of a sudden we're getting it close, probably a little bit less than 1 second, where we're popping out tornadoes. And these tornadoes can shotgun, they can hit enemies multiple times. But then it gets a little bit crazier with one of two ways. The original way to make Aspect of the Avian tornado builds was to get rings with the 10% reduced duration. Granted, we could probably still fit those in the build if we really wanted to, try to work those in. Right now, I'm not messing with it because I have such scuffed gear. I need the current rings I have to get chaos res and attributes and stuff like that. Basically, because I'm an aura stacker, I need things like reduced reservation, and I'm stacking all these jewels here with reduced reservation, but I have no good stats to go with it. I basically have 1% reduced reservation, and then like one stat like fire damage on some random threshold jewels. Basically what I'm working with. So in the future, I'm going to be min-maxing this build, working it out. I'll be able to get better jewels, which will probably compensate for my chaos res and stuff like that, in which case I could drop these rings and get other rings for damage. But aside from that, we don't actually need the typical reduced reservation jewelry because we are stacking Phantasmal Haste. Phantasmal Haste has this quality, this alt quality, that makes your buffs expire faster, which means the Avian Might and Avian's Flight will switch faster. Then on top of that, we put it in a weapon like this, plus to support gems that'll make our enhance go up a level, strength gems that will make empower, and strength aura gems go up a level. That's just for high level anger, high level determination, stuff like that. Plus 2 dexterity gems that will make enhance go up another level. Plus 2 socketed gems that'll make enhance go up another level. And then we have plus 2 to support gems that'll make enhance go up another 2 levels, and plus 8 to socketed gems. What this means is, for each one of those levels we're adding to enhance, that's another 8 quality. With all that put together, instead of 20% quality on our jewel, we have 92%. And this is an aura effect. It says buffs on you and nearby allies expire faster. Generally, when you see the phrasing "you and nearby allies," that means it gets affected by aura effect. And we're stacking a lot of aura effect. Right now, we're still pretty scuffed on our tree trying to get reservation and stuff. We're close to about 250% aura effect, which will essentially take this from 92% faster buff expiration rate to about 300% faster buff expiration rate. Which simply translates to, if we turn on haste, you'll see how fast they're popping out now. Now look how fast they're popping out. You'll see it's rotating very, very fast between those, and we're generating a lot of tornadoes. What this means is we run up to a boss, we stand next to him, all these tornadoes begin to shotgun that boss very hard and hit them very fast. Now, Phantasmal Haste isn't the only aura with some crazy alternate quality aura effects. I believe one of the most powerful ones, in case you haven't noticed or haven't been around for this, is Divergent Determination. In my opinion, that's the most broken alt quality out of all of them. Currently, we can't even afford it, so we don't have it in the build, but we're going to eventually get it. And basically what it's going to mean is we're going to be able to swap into Transcendence, and we're not going to get hurt by elemental damage. We're going to be able to tank double Uber at Zeri Flame Blast, because we'll be reducing the damage by so much with how much armor we're going to get out of Grace and Divergent Determination. The reality is we'll be able to stick things like Divergent Purity of Fire in here, and it goes from giving us 4 Fire Pen to 18, which again is affected by aura effect, so multiply that by 3.5, and we get close to 70 fire pen just from one jewel. We could put the alt quality purity of elements, get 70 pen there again. We could put anomalous discipline, which gives us 46% aura effect that gets multiplied by aura effect. That gives us a lot of damage there. There's a lot of alt qualities we can put in here where we get a lot of benefit out of it. I have the area of effect quality on Anchor because I can't afford the movement speed one. The movement speed would make us feel very good. It would make us have the aura have a base 20 to 23% movement speed, which is only double the effect of haste. So it's like having haste movement speed times 2 times the aura effect. There's a lot of good alt quality jewels you can put into a weapon like this with plus levels that will give you a bunch of effect on your enhance. You'll see it's a level 9 enhance, so therefore it's giving us 64 quality, all the gems linked to it, and thus giving you a lot of abusable power. So the main thing is building around a weapon like this. Essentially all you have to do to craft a weapon like this is throw faceted fossils at it until you hit +1 dex gems and +1 strength gems together. You annul off all the prefixes, you have to annulment orb, or you could just wipe it with suffixes can't be changed, scour, something like that. Then you can craft on attacks, or cannot roll attacks, slam it. The only thing it can hit if you have the suffixes filled up is +1 to socketed gems, and then you simply multi-mod the weapon. Ideally, if you get a +1 support base, that's what you want. If you're using a weapon that has spell mods, I believe your Exalt can be screwed. So if you have a staff or a war staff, +1 socketed gem won't be the only option, so it might be a little bit harder to craft something like this, but still probably doable. Aside from the weapon I'm using, there's nothing super special about what we're doing here. It's basically grabbing the avian gear. Ideally, we'll want to get corruptions, enchants, stuff like that, and getting reduced reservation gear, and then getting aura, good, decent aura effect jewels. Most of the cost of the build has been in these aura effect jewels, these voices jewels. I think I'm roughly, between all of the gear I have together on this character right now, I'm 70x invested. This is an expensive thing to do, but I think there is some high upside if I can min-max this properly, if I can get some better gear. I think there's quite a bit of potential here for it to be a really quite strong, no hands type of build where you basically just run around and everything dies is what we're going for. Now this isn't meant to be a build guide, I'm simply trying to throw this out here so you can maybe use this idea for yourself, abuse it, make something cool with it. I eventually will be making a build guide on this character when I actually min-max it, but for right now I'm going to leave you guys with an Awakener fight so you can see actually how powerful this is against Awakener level 8, and I hope you guys enjoy. Difficult Guardians, I guess. That's actually like... when we're actually hitting, that is more people voted for this person, therefore that person won. Oh, are we gonna die to default attacks here? Get him! We don't need mana for this fight! Get him, auras! We don't have corrupted blood immunity either. Ground effects. You're right, we're not gonna see that at all. You go for the maze phase. I think we'll be able to see where to go for the maze phase. I don't actually know though. What I definitely I'm not going to see the meteor attack. Like I'm not going to see it at all. The meteor attack, not the meteor maze, but the attack where he launches like a carpet bomb of meteors. Yeah, I might get one hit by that thing because that thing's some pretty heavy chaos damage, I think. Yeah, that thing. That thing that popped down. There's like a ground effect that occurs before you get hit by it. So okay, so we're next phase now, I think. Yeah, this phase. I don't have a dash. Maybe it doesn't matter too much that I don't have a dash. This actually feels fine. Get them, tornadoes! Not too bad. Not too bad. Deathless? Honestly, that felt pretty easy.